Hello everyone, my name is Avalon and we are back to this Legend Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer. Last time we got quite a few lucky breaks actually. We got the hover boots and we did the Dongo's Cavern. Or did we get the hover boots the time before? I can't remember. I think it was the time before. Either way, we got them. So now we're just gonna head to Gerudo's fortress like I said. I'm just going to make my way up to the top to get the chests and the sell items and that sort of stuff. Stuff that I couldn't get without the hookshot, which of course finally have. Always really liked this this maze, the scene that it is. I'd like to take a look at the actual map for it, to be honest, like from a development standpoint. But I always remembered this was where you got the hover boots, but obviously I'm very wrong in that, and I realised in hindsight that you get them inside the Shadow Temple normally. But yeah, I don't know why, I always thought that you get them up here. So I have a feeling this is something that you actually need the long shot for. But we'll give it a try, get rid of Din's Fire and see if I can shoot this Scarecrow. So yeah, this series, it was originally supposed to be a combination of a Let's Play and a discussion series about Metroidvanias and stuff, but it ended up just recently anyway, the last couple of episodes have been very heavy on the... Oh, just bombs, that's rubbish. Heavy on the side of it where... Get up there. No. Yeah, it's just been heavy on the Let's Play focus and less about the discussion. That's because I got so excited once I got the hook shot, because it really has changed the world as a whole, which kind of does link back a little bit to what we were discussing about Metroidvanias anyway, about how you get items and it changes how the world looks and feels. So yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get inside the cell, which is what I was hoping to do. I can't remember if I randomized the carpet salesman or not, so I'm just going to go and do that. And I might head out to the little hut in the middle as well, if I can remember how to do that. Don't think I can remember how to do that, but we'll give it a try. So, the carpet salesman is over here. Nope, that is back to the fortress. Okay, so that's not where the carpet salesman is. I can't remember where he is exactly. But what we'll do is we will head into the haunted wasteland and... do you need a long shot for this as well? Come on, game. Okay, well we won't be doing that then either. I guess. Because you can't. Which is a shame. Okay, so... I did have this idea, however, that, since we had done the first 3 dungeons in order-ish, maybe we should try and do Lord Jabby Jabby's next. Now, obviously, I still haven't got the boomerang, which is a pain. Oh, I can actually check what's here while I'm here. Let's just drop down here. Oh, and I forgot to look in the fortress, didn't I? In the Gerudo's fortress. Yes, I know. Can't breathe, blah blah blah. So which dungeon is in here? We have... Oh, the Forest Temple. Why do I thought we done part of the Forest Temple. Maybe that was in another randomizer. Perhaps. Oh well, since we're here, we might as well do it. But, the Forest Temple is actually one of my less enjoyed temples, I guess. I find it really... this section here at the beginning, for example, I find quite insulting, actually. You come into the room, you get 2 wolfos appear, you can see the door directly in front of you. How are you ever going to find this this key? Every game design trick that they could possibly throw into it is aimed towards the idea that you would need to go forwards. And I know that there's the argument there that, oh, you should be exploring properly and so forth, but I really disagree with it. I really, really disagree with that. You know, it's so easy to miss this key, and the amount of time that both myself and other people that I know have spent lost in this dungeon, missing one key, and just to find it, you know, up here is kind of annoying. But aside from that, I find the temple pretty okay. I feel like the Poe Sisters should have been the boss somehow. I understand, you know, Phantom Ganon's cool. It makes you feel like, you know, you've done all this cool stuff as a child, and now you're going to have to face the big boys, when actually it's just the Phantom. You know, it's a cool concept. I just feel like, you know, there's this spooky mansion in the middle of the forest, and yeah, it's just a shame that it doesn't use the Poe Sisters as well as it could. I guess that's very much my opinion and stuff, but you know. Oh, nice! I forgot I had all the cutscene skips on. That's dandy. So we're going to go straight ahead into this room and kill the Stalfos. Oh, apparently I can't kill. Maybe we're not going to kill the Stalfos if I can't even kill this. My word, that was awful. Right, on we go. You, come here. There we go. The big Goron sword makes this stuff so trivial. But equally, it's a very challenging weapon to actually obtain, you know, in the game, so it's something that I always, when I am playing, oh really? When I am playing the game normally, it's something that I always try and detour to go and get, because I just love it so much. That blue bubble has also reminded me, we still haven't found Beneath the Well, or the Song of Storms, which is kind of annoying. Where is this thing? Oh, there you are. Come here. There we go. So now I'm making conscious effort to collect the Skulltulas as we go around, after essentially the whole game was gated behind some Skulltulas, because I don't know if you can get to that Sheik song without the hookshot, and that Sheik song had the hookshot. Obviously there are two hookshots technically, because they are progressive, but I still don't know where the long shot is, and I was really running out of ideas at that point. I'm sure there's something really obvious that I've missed. I know I've said that before, but I'm still pretty certain that I've missed something ridiculously obvious somewhere. So maybe, just maybe, there was a better way to do this, but that's the joy of randomizers, you know. Even playing the same seed, you could end up playing a completely different game to other people. Super. Let's head my way up here. I appreciate I've got the iron boots. I could technically just jump down there and grab that chest, but we'll try and play it with some sense of order, you know. Quickly nip through here. Oh, is there a chest here? Oh, I forgot all about it. Oh, it's where the map is normally, isn't it? So you can stop being so confused in the dungeon. Oh, yay, more money. So that's 70 rupees that I've had in this temple with nothing of use. Oh, that's a normal Skulltula. I thought it was gold. Oh. It falls down. That drains the thing. Super duper. So can you... Because I know this is climbable. Does it go all the way down? It doesn't go all the way down. That answers that. Coolio. Right, while we're here, we'll grab this chest. Oh, I hate this one. It's so awkward. You're not... Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to get it at this point or not. I can't remember what's in it in the base game. But it's really awkward to get in this. And it can very easily be like that key item you're looking for. Or it could literally be a key. And this temple is, like I said at the very beginning, pretty notorious for having crappy key placement. There's the key. Honestly, if that Octorok hits me, I'm going to be so cross. I'm so cross. Stop it! Stupid octopuses. Right, there's 36. Jump down here. Da -da -da. I know. Very long drop. Very scary. Much screaming. Superb. So we've got a couple of keys. And we can head over next into another thing. So I was playing one randomizer once. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. So that just means I need the medallions to finish the game. Wow, that's pretty big actually. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I was playing a randomizer and I hadn't got the Goron bracelet at this point in the game, and I only then realised these blocks that are in here actually have weight to them. So if you think you're not supposed to be here until you're an adult, you know, you should absolutely have to have the Goron bracelet. So I kind of just assumed they were just blocks, the same as the blocks are when you're a child in the Great Deku Tree, you know? But no, these blocks you can't move without a progressive strength. Oh my lord. I don't even know why I put so much effort into that. I didn't even need to kill it. But yeah, these blocks up here, you do actually need a strength upgrade to move them, which I thought was quite interesting. I don't know if you find that agreeable or not, but I thought it was cool. Oh, that was one too many. Superb. Push, 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 push. To be honest, like I did have an intended topic to talk about again, like I did last episode, I suppose, where there are a few bits and bobs that I do wish to continue discussing, because that was what the series started out, was a discussion. And the Forest Temple is a good example of the Zelda formula that does sort of get a lot of, I don't know what the right word is, criticism, I guess, would be kind of the right word. Because, you know, and whether it's correct to get the criticism or not is kind of, you know, open to debate, but the Zelda formula is getting criticism now for being the same thing over and over again. I appreciate Breath of the Wild changed that a lot, but we all know my opinion on Breath of the Wild at this point. So yeah, the actual formula itself, people complain because it's repetitive and linear. It's always go to place A, unlock, get item, which gives you access to place B, and so forth and so forth. And, you know, by the time Skyward Sword came out, that had been used endlessly, and A Link Between Worlds was a nice change to that formula, as much as I did, you know, talk about its shortcomings in a previous episode. I do agree, they did need to do something different. I don't think Breath of the Wild is that thing, but I like the Zelda formula. I appreciate it probably has been overused, and, you know, if I ever talk about Pokemon on this channel, then you'll know that I feel like doing the same thing over and over every game is getting kind of old for Pokemon. Especially when I mean, now I'm going to go on a complete tangent about Pokemon, which is just insane. So, you know, we're gonna do it anyway. So apparently, as well, before we do it, if you put a bomb down near blue bubbles, they are attracted to them. Oh, that's really cool. Someone told me that the other day. Cool. But yeah, so Pokemon, you know, it's the same thing every time. You go in to the place, and oh, is this the one you need to untwist and then retwist? I know. Watch for the monsters and the shadows and this. Yeah, this is the one you need to twist and then untwist to progress. Okay, did that in the wrong order. Yeah, because every game it's the same. You grab your Pokemon, you grind them up, you play it, and I don't know. I'm just kind of done with that in Pokemon. Which is why I think people that are done with the Zelda formula aren't incorrect to be done with the Zelda formula. You know, I can't say that they're wrong or anything, because it has not really changed up until recently. Oh, didn't mean to go down here, but we're down here now. That's so interesting. I can't believe I never knew that. This is not where I thought I was. I am a little bit lost now, I'm not going to lie. Oh, this brings you up here. Got a door here. It brings you... Oh, hello. Floor master. Oh, magic. I needed that so badly. I'm assuming that is in vanilla just a key. See, this is the problem that I've had this whole series, you know. I'm trying to do two things and I'm not very good at it. So, yeah. But yeah, so Pokemon not developed at all. Like, the core system's the same. But see, Zelda, I feel, is different with its core formula setup. I feel like, it does change quite a bit from game to game. Like, yeah, the core gameplay loop is the same. It's go to dungeon, get item, go to next dungeon, get item. But the in-between stuff changes so much that I don't feel like it's as repetitive as people make it out to be. So, like, the people that you meet in the side quests and the villains, the bosses, all that sort of stuff. And I appreciate that you could argue with Pokemon that that's the same with the changing in the gym leaders and all that sort of stuff, and you know, you get the gym trials, which, you know, whatever, I wouldn't be singing praises about that too loudly if I was Game Freak. But yeah, so there's lots of trials and cool stuff like that you can do, and I'm not gonna take away from that fact at all, you know. But yeah, like, it just feels like the Zelda stuff, although it is still repeated, it feels at least, you know, at least I feel, at least anyway, that every game kind of feels unique. Maybe you disagree with me on that. Maybe you think that I'm completely wrong and they are all the same, irrelevantly, and that's fine. You know, if you feel that way, then you feel that way. But no, I just feel like because the temples and the environments are so different, that it really does make a big difference. I think that's one of the reasons I liked Sapphire and Pearl so much. Why do I do this every time? I always forget you cannot lock onto these things. Oh, it doesn't work as a block. Okay. Oh, Lord. Just stop spinning! Do you actually have to block it out of the spin animation? Or get hit? I guess we're going to go for the get hit then, are we? Super. Yeah, and again, like I say, in defensive Pokemon, the gym leaders change, the islands change, and everything, but it's still... The way you battle Brock is the same way that you battle Giovanni. You know, it doesn't change anything at all. Not really. Whereas this, you know, like the way you battle Goma is completely different to the way you battle King Dodongo or the Barnacle Dude. You know, even the minor enemies, you know, like Lass, Sally, and youngster Bill are also victims of the same... Oh my lord, where's my frames gone? They're also victims of the same thing, you know, like even if they've got completely different teams, it's still the same sort of gameplay to beat them. Whereas these guys, for example, they've got a sword and shield and they're running around, and then you get, like, for example, the Keese, which, you know, they fly above you, they come around from the side or whatever, and, you know, like, Stalfos and Wolfos or whatever, they're the same thing. Like, it's not a joke about that, they literally are the same thing. Yeah, Stalfos and Wolfos, same thing. Oh my lord, this stupid bloody ghost. There we go. Because they literally, you have to wait for them to do their melee attacks and then respond appropriately. But, you know, compare, for example, Phantom Ganon to some of the other things that you fight in there. And it's actually this complaint of lack of development is why I hate the... Well, not hate. Hate's the wrong word. I don't hate the Poe Sisters. I shouldn't say I hate the Poe Sisters. I actually think they're a really cool concept. I just think they're underdeveloped. And these two, being the exact same thing, is a prime example of that. How come she didn't just immediately spin again? How weird. Oh, well, that would normally be the compass. That's a piece of heart. Okay. I mean, it's better than a slap in the face. Better than more rupees, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. The Poe Sisters, I think they could have been really developed on really well. And if you defeated them all individually, and you actually had different ways to defeat them all, so it wasn't just a combat thing every time, because that's half the issue as well, is they're all just combat, essentially. That's why I like... Oh, come on! But that's why I like the green ones so good. Because... it's a puzzle challenge to beat it, and then Meg's pretty cool. Again, she's something unique to beat. So maybe the first one was the picture challenge, so you got like brought into it slowly. Then you had the puzzle block challenge, and then the third one was the spinny Meg thing, you know. And then after that, you had Meg do something unique or new. That opens the elevator, that gets you into the downstairs section, and then maybe the final battle is... That would make sense for, like... Not Twin Nova, maybe, but something like that, where it's like one big entity, or maybe even fighting all 4 Poe Sisters at once. That would be cool. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Forest Temple... It sounds like I'm really being mean about it. I think it's a good designed temple. There's a lot that I would change with it if it was, you know, me who was in charge of the theming of it. Things like the Stalfos being in here doesn't... I mean, it makes sense because Lost Woods develops the Stalfos, like, we know that. But it's weird that they've got Wolfos at the beginning. I think I've talked about this before. So I do apologise if I'm repeating myself. Through here... Shush, Navi, I know. It's a twisted corridor. If only there was some way to untwist it. Hey look, there's a chest on the wall. How weird, I know. We've been here before. So there is actually an option in the randomizer to change the sounds of things, and I was pretty sure I set Navi to make no sound, but clearly I was wrong, because she still finds her way to annoy me. Oh, make my way back up here, go fight the Wall Master again. But yeah, formulas, that's what I was talking about, and the formula for this is just, you know, it's... I like it. You know, I like the Zelda formula. I have not yet got bored of the Zelda formula, and I probably won't for a while. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. You can, you know, if you are getting bored of it, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, that's how opinions work. Oh, it's a long time since I've had to do this properly. That untwizzles the corridor. Doo-dee-doo. Nope, wrong one. I'm so used to playing randomizers and having fire arrows by this point to just do that, like, without having to line it up and stuff. Oh, it twists this corridor. That makes me thinking it untwisted it. Don't do it, don't do it. There we go. Oh, that still comes back here. Oh, okay. That's displeasing. So it's just the drop-down floor that opens. Run up here super quick. This opens up like a shortcut in the dungeon as well, which is handy. Well, providing that you've done the work to get the Scarecrow song. But again, randomizer options, you can have it on. But yeah, no, I need to focus on the thing that I'm trying to talk about. And like I say, you know, the formula to me won't get stale until the dungeons start repeating themselves. That's why I'm not such a fan of... Oh, that was silly, I pushed that a bit too fast. But that's why I'm not such a fan of things like the Link Between Worlds using the same map as A Link to the Past. As much as I do like the Link to the Past map, I think it's one of the stronger maps in the Zelda series. I kind of was disappointed that it didn't bring anything new to the table, you know? Come on then, Amy. Let's rock and roll, shall we? I always thought this was a really cool and unique puzzle. I mean, now I'm older and I can do puzzles. I'm going to write home to my mother about that, I think, tell her I can do puzzles now with 4 pieces. But back when I was a kid, this was always a real challenge within the time limit to get everything in place, because not only do you have to move the blocks around and stuff, which takes a bit of time, but you've also got to work out which blocks are not in place and stuff. And I think it's really unique. This is one of the stronger points. For definite. Oh, don't see target. No, don't see target. Okay, cool. Do you know what? Let's just stop. Let's just stop doing that and just do it properly. That was not working. Yeah, I think even within one game, if you subscribe to the Zelda formula getting old, I think even within one game you'd probably get bored and you're just not as into Zelda maybe as some people are. And again, there's nothing wrong with not enjoying every second of it. I'm not trying to suggest that there is. You know, this is completely my opinion. And I would love to hear... Oh, I love how she cries. Bless her. You know, I'd love to hear challenging views to this, but if you get bored of the system, then why do you enjoy playing through one game, like this one, for example, Ocarina? You know, you beat Temple A by getting the slingshot. you climb, and then you go and kill Goma, and then you do the same thing for Dodongos, just with bombs instead. And then you do the same thing for Jabby Jabby, just with the boomerang instead, and yeah, I just don't understand. I don't agree, I guess. It's not that I don't understand. I don't agree that the formula's getting overused, you know? I think the only time where the formulas felt overused was in Skyward Sword, where I didn't feel like they were particularly creative with the map. But that was, you know, bigger issues, really. There's much bigger issues in the game, and I hope that the remake's done very differently. Very differently indeed. Right, so we want to push it this way first. There is like an optimal way to push this, and I've already gone wrong. But yeah, there's like an order you can push this in so that you never have to go back on yourself or something, and you can still get everything. Oh, more rupees. Man, that has got to stop. But I never get it right. Whichever the optimal way is, I always mess it up somehow. Yeah. So I need to go around again. But it doesn't bother me. I think this is, again, it's quite a cool puzzle, and this is what I'm talking about using space to make puzzles. You actually have to think about what you're doing in terms of the space of the level. There is a Skulltula in here, but I have a feeling that it's behind where you started. But you have to obviously push the buttons to get there first. So now I think I need to push it twice. And then that should line up nicely with me going behind into this one. I don't know where that Skulltula is. I hear it over here somewhere. Do you reckon it's like in here and then behind? Yeah, there it is. Silly me. Should have found that way quicker. It's 37. Cool. Then push this back. And we can proceed to the boss room. Amazing. Do I have the boss key? I do. Whew. That's a sudden panic. I don't remember picking it up. Right, cool. So yeah, Phantom Ganon, I think it's cool. I like how the pictures... I don't like how it starts by you having to walk in and walk back out. But I do like how it's picture-based, like the Poe Sisters were. I think that's quite unique and kind of cool. This emulator goes a bit weird with the pictures. Not in a way that helps you work out where he's coming from. But if you look at this one as he walks away, he just seems to be off to the side. That's not a good example, but it's not in line with it, that's for sure. Here, like he's off to the side slightly. Right, let's go. Let's play some tennis. Oh, I'm going to need to get the Master Sword out, aren't I? Or a bottle. But whilst I'm doing this, I might check, because I did wonder last time that I played a randomizer. If you had the light arrows, how do they do against Big Boy Ganon? Or Phantom Ganon, Little Boy Ganon? They do absolutely nothing. Cool. I mean, it makes sense that they do nothing, doesn't it? Really. You shouldn't have them at this point, so... Oh man, whoever bloody lined this camera angle out wouldn't get a job at Wimbledon, would they? Because that was awkward. Look at this. How am I supposed to see what I'm doing? even lose sight of the orb for a second. Oh, it was too late. So I always find the tennis with final boss Ganon way easier than this one, just because it moves a bit faster. I don't know, I'm just not as good at timing these slower ones. Once it starts getting faster, I start feeling a bit more confident. He says as he immediately fucks it up. Oh, come on. So this goes back to what I was saying about the combat being around waiting the game. Like, I can't do anything back until this works out, which is entirely on him. Like, I appreciate there is some input from me on this, but a lot of it comes down to whether he is able to bat it out. This is a much better camera angle. He'd get a job. Much better. There we go. Look at this. Oh, so much better. That was too late. No, don't move, Ganon. No, I can't see. Who needs to see, right? I do like how it gives you... Oh, my lord. This is awful. I do like how it gives you more time to hit him if you've had a full rally against if you just hit one back straight away. You get, like, maybe 2 jump attacks in if you're fast enough. But these ones you can get like 3-4 in unless you mess it up like that. Oh. Do you know how many people haven't even seen that attack animation? Because they normally don't go on for this long. Oh, I can't see anything. Oh, so I hit straight to the floor anyway. Here we go. Now I can see. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. This should theoretically be it. There we go. That is the Forest Temple done. We have not been following the order anymore, it would seem. You know, Jabby Jabbies was not completed in time. Oh yes, look, a single recovery heart. I made the boss worthwhile. Cool. Well, with that, I've been Avalon, and I will catch you all next time with the Spirit Medallion.